Hi. If you watch lots of our videos, you probably notice that most of them are done on women who've got fair hair or even white or silver hair. So we thought that this time you might like to see a makeover on somebody with very dark hair and with dark eyes. My name is Tricia and I'm founder and MD of Look Fabulous Forever, and we have a range of products specifically formulated for older faces, eyes and lips. What we're going to do in this video is show you makeup on B, who still has dark hair, but along with that has quite dark circles under her eyes. So we're going to show you how to overcome that problem. I really hope you enjoy it. Our model for this video is B. B is 60 years old and you can see that she's got amazing dark eyes and lovely dark hair. And the makeup artist is Linda. So Linda's going to start B's makeup with the face prime. She's applying it with a brush. You can apply it with your fingers, and just an even coating of this over the whole face. Remember, this goes on top of your moisturiser and serum, and it creates a lovely satiny finish on the skin, which allows everything else that you put on top to go on smoothly. And of course it keeps everything then in place for hours and hours and hours. It's a really great product for that. We're going to start the makeover on B with her eye makeup. And the reason for that is that we're going to apply some quite dark shadows. And because the little filaments from these might drop down onto the top of B's cheekbones, it will be cleaner and easier if we apply the eye makeup first. So using an eye primer and brush number 4, Linda is just applying that to the eyelids. The eye primer just keeps the eye makeup in place for longer and creates this lovely surface onto which to apply the products. So smooth that in, allow it to dry. And the third primer is the lip prime. Lip prime applied to the very edges of B's lips to prevent any feathering and bleeding. So again, using a brush, although you can use your fingers from this and just take the product straight from the applicator. And the reason for putting the primers on first is that you've done them, you can forget about them, they're going to be working away doing their job, and you've prepared the eyes and the lips for the colours that you're going to apply later. So we're using the Silver Mist lid colour on B's eyelids. You can see the effect of it on the one that Linda has just done, and she's applying it to the other eyelid now. So she's using a brush just to work it into the eyelid. And the reason we've chosen this colour, the Silver Mist, is because B has got these lovely dark brown eyes, and this slightly silvery, almost pale lilac-y colour is a wonderful complement to that eye colour. And you can see where Linda has applied it over the entire lid and then slightly above. So next, Linda's just going to make B's eyelashes look thicker and more luscious by pushing some charcoal, which is a very dark grey, and it's an eyeshadow, using wedge brush 8 into the base of B's eyelashes, both at the top and a small amount underneath. Now the purpose for using an eyeshadow rather than a thick and solid eyeliner is that this is much more subtle and prettier on an older eye. And you can see the effect of that is just quite quickly and easily has made B's eyes look bigger. So using brush 7, Linda is putting some aubergine eyeshade just to the outer corners of the eyes in a V shape. I think you can see by looking at the right eye, which she's finished, and the left eye that she's just doing now, exactly where it has gone. So aubergine is a perfect colour to use with the Silver Mist lid colour. So it's an eyeshadow, very matte, which is what all our eyeshadows are. And having applied it, Linda's just using a clean brush just to blend it really well. Can you see how effective that is in terms of colour and also in terms of the shape of Bee's eyes? Lovely. Linda's now going to reduce the effect of the slightly darker pigmentation under Bee's eyes, really using 3 stages, and she's going to start using a Dermablend product in a sort of quite a dark reddish shade. Sounds a bit scary, but because that skin has a sort of grey tinge to it, and the idea is that it's the opposite colour on the colour wheel and will take away and neutralise the effect. So that's what she's done first, and the next thing she's going to do is to apply the base. So it's base 02, and she's going to apply it with a brush. And remember, she's already put on the face prime, and the effect of the base is going to be to unify the skin tone. So when you're putting this on yourself, it's a really good idea to use a brush, and the effect of using a brush is that you can buff the product really properly into the skin. If you use your fingers, it really stays on the surface of the skin. It doesn't really fully absorb. So just apply it evenly. When you're applying foundation, work from the centre of the face outwards. And now you can see what Linda's doing. So she's applying the base on top of the colour corrector. And of course that means that the slightly darker pigmented areas under the eyes are now going to match the rest of her face. So the last stage of just correcting that under eye area is to apply the concealer. Our concealer is creamy and richly pigmented, and you can see that Linda's applying it with brush 4 and then just making sure that it's fully absorbed using the warmth from her fingers. So that seems like quite a lot to do, but you can see the effect on Bee is just brilliant. She's gone from having quite dark circles under her eyes to those almost completely disappearing. If you want to, then just set the concealer under the eyes with some very lightweight translucent powder. Now we're going to perfect Bee's eyebrows. Because she's got dark hair and her eyebrows are still nice and dark, we don't have to do too much. You can see they're a lovely shape, but Linda is using the brow shape, using light feathery strokes, going from the centre of the eyebrow outwards first, and just building up a bit more colour and intensity, just to define the eyebrows better. You can see how much better that makes Bee's eyes look. They look bigger because they're now well framed, and they've given her face better proportion. Just using brush 6 to complete the sort of grooming of the brows. So now we're applying the mascara to the lashes. Applying it to the bottom lashes first and just working that product in. The whole point of mascara is that it makes your eyelashes look thicker and obviously better defined. If you use a very volumizing and thickening mascara onto older lashes, it doesn't look great. So our mascara leaves the lashes quite soft and pliable, but still adds sufficient definition to look really good. So just lifting, 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 and then wiggle, wiggle up, wiggle, wiggle up, and just creating the best effect that you can possibly do. As you can see, Bee's lucky, she's still got lovely long eyelashes. So next, we're going to give Bee a lovely sun-kissed golden glow with a touch of bronzer. Bronzer's a great product. In the summertime, it's a lovely product just to give you that sort of sun-kissed look. But actually, you can wear it also in the winter time. If you just want to warm your face up a little bit. Sometimes our faces get quite sort of wan looking when we don't get very much in the way of sunshine or light. And bronzer's great, kind of brings the whole face to life. And just using a nice big fat brush and sweeping it on in all the places where the sun might touch. Just looks lovely and natural, really pretty. Now some blush. So we're going to use the Rosy Glow blush on Bee. This will complement the aubergine eye shade that we've used and silver mist lid colour, and also the colour lipstick we've chosen for her. They've all got quite lovely pinky tones in them, pinky blue. So they're all working together to create a particularly nice effect. So you can see where Linda's putting it, onto the cheekbones, and then around the edges of the eyes. Sounds like a really strange place to put it, but it works brilliantly. Just makes the whole face look healthier and better. And last but not least, some lipstick. We've put the lip primer on, so that's already sealed the edges of the lips. So this lipstick, and it is a vibrant lip colour. It's our most vibrant lip colour actually, it's cherry red. We think this is going to be particularly gorgeous on Bee with her dark eyes and her lovely dark hair. And she's also got that fantastic Cupid's bow, so this is going to draw attention to the really perfect shape of her mouth. So just using brush number 5 to stroke the colour onto the lips and build up enough coverage. If you're going out for the evening and you want your lipstick to last, or even during the day if you've got some kind of daytime function, try putting one coat on, almost like a lip stain, rubbing it into your lips with a finger, and blot it, then apply a second coat and blot it again, and then apply the top coat. And that sounds a bit of a palaver, but if you do that, it means that you won't have to keep refreshing your lipstick during the day so often. It will actually stay on really well, even if you're eating and drinking. So with a bit of preparation and a bit of effort, you can actually definitely make lipstick last for longer. Most people say, oh, my lipstick doesn't last. Well, I always say, well, how did you apply it? Because if you just sweep it on out of the lipstick case and expect that then to last, you're not really doing the best job that you can to ensure that it works. But this way, and if you add 2 or 3 coats, it certainly makes a big difference. So that's quite a pizzazzy lipstick there, but it really looks gorgeous on Bee. I think that's a lovely, lovely effect. Gorgeous.